Hi friends, it's Suzanne from sunstampin.com. Welcome back to my Paper Pumpkin Alternative Catch-Up series. I'm trying to get back on track with my Paper Pumpkin subscription. I want it to go from this to some beautiful masterpieces. I hope that I can offer you some gentle motivation to catch up yourselves if you're like me. And if you're not like me and you just like the design, why not create something similar with the supplies that you have in your stash? All right, kids, this is part 2 of the October Paper Pumpkin Kit, Home for the Holidays. I have my book here, and as you can see, I am doodling in some lines on my sketch. Those are going to be sparkle strips that I cut from the sparkle negative pieces of some of the elements in the kit. So I'm going to use this card base that you can see on the right hand side of my book. I'm also going to use Versamark ink, and I'm going to stamp snowflakes all over the card. I'm just jotting down some notes and we're gonna get right into it. So I have my trimmer here and I am cutting off first of all the back side of the card. So I'm gonna cut that right down at, what is it, 5.5? No, is it 4.25? Pardon me. And then I'm going to cut 1 inch off. So I figured that was a good, it's at 3.5 is where I'm cutting that. So 3/4 of an inch. All right, so here is my finished cut down card, and I'm bringing in my Embossings Edition toolkit. So this is the embossing buddy that comes with the toolkit. And then I have actually chosen the large tree with the star. I'm going to put that front and center. So I'm not going to use any of the houses for this card. So this is my Versamark ink. I don't know why on camera that looks really dirty, but it actually isn't. It's just juiced up. I promise it's not a dirty pad. All right, so you can see what I'm doing here. I have, I'm inking up and I'm stamping down these snowflakes from the stamp set. And I'm actually going over the trees and this large tree, the one that's not adhered yet. Basically, I'm holding it kind of steady there with my finger. So it's a placemat marker. So I mean, if I was to stamp the snowflake, but and it moved, that's fine too. But I thought I would just keep it right there in the center. So now I'm going to sprinkle over my white embossing powder. And I am heating that up with my heat tool. Of course, I heated my heat tool up for about 30 or 45 seconds. I like it hot before it touches the paper or gets the paper hot because it's much faster when we do it that way. Turned it off, and then I'm going to sprinkle embossing powder all over the front part of this card, tapping off the excess, giving it a little flick. And sometimes if the paper is thin enough, I usually go from behind, but it's a thicker paper and I wanted to make sure that everything gets melted. So, and for you guys to be able to see exactly what's going on too. So you can see, I even, stamped on the white part because the white color is going to stand up over that sort of pale blue and white snowy background. I love this look. Actually, if you have like planked wood paper and then stamp snowflakes, white snowflakes over top of it, it looks delightful as well. All right, so here we go. So we're just going to put some of these little sparkle strips, like I said. And again, I'm using the tear tape from I think it was the previous, maybe September's card paper pumpkin kit. and I'm just sort of using up my supplies. I don't necessarily like to have a whole bunch of like random products in my stash because I'm a current product demonstrator. I like to share with you, the new stuff all the time, and I don't necessarily like to have random stuff going, wonder where this came from. It's not very professional, I don't think. Anyway, so you can see I'm cutting off the little strips. There's side strips here, so I don't know I guess this is probably about just under, say, 1/4 of an inch of a strip. So and it's just to and I'm going to apply it to the back of the card, and it's just to what I actually am desiring at that point. So, and you can see as I do it here, I always sort of look at my project while I'm doing it to decide how much sparkle should be on my card. All right, so that was the first one adhered. Now the second one goes down. And of course, I cut off the excess. And I'm going to apply this to a basic white cardstock. So it's the thick cardstock. So this is from my stash. And it, like I said, it is 5.5 wide. And what is it, 3.5 tall? So we get a little bit of that white on either side. So dimensional adhesives goes on that big Christmas tree, the one with the star. And then I'm going to go in with, this is Blueberry Bushel. I know Real Red came with the kit, but it just seemed really glaring for me. So I'm going to use Blueberry Bushel for the greeting that says Merry Christmas. And I will eventually put dimensionals on the back of that. And I'm going to adhere the dimensionals to the extra sparkle slanted rectangle that comes in the kit. This is how the banner was supposed to be. It's just a little wide for me, so I wanted just to trim it down just a touch, and then I'll put some more dimensional adhesive on the bottom, and I will adhere that to my card. And that is it. There's not a lot of extra zhuzhing in this card. There's not a lot of extra embellishments or anything like that. It's a pretty simple, it's a tree card. It's a winter greeting tree card. So I'm putting the sentiment right there. And that is my card for today. Thank you so much for watching. Next week we have November, and the week of Christmas, or after Christmas, I guess, we have December's. Then we'll be done for the year. I'm excited. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.